your music live. Your music live. It's your music live. It's your music live.
Go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome into Your Music Live here on Studio Live today, your weekly dose of independent music. For the next 2 hours, we'll be hanging out here. We'll be listening to some indie tunes. We'll be having a good time, and we do it each and every week thanks to these fine folks here at DistroKid. Yeah, if you're an independent artist, a creator, you want to get your music out there, right, to the world, to Spotify and Amazon and Tidal and Deezer and all the places, one yearly subscription. I almost said monthly. No, yearly subscription through DistroKid will get the job done, and you can save yourself 7% off your first year on any DistroKid plan. Hey, are you having a good time? I'm going to flip the script here today. Hit the thumbs up button now. Save yourself time. It's convenient, it's easy, and most of all, it's free. So yes, if you'd like to support me, there's a few ways you can do that. You can hit the thumbs up button. You can become a member. You can join the Patreon. You can donate to the channel. Or you know what you can do? You can just hang out here, enjoy the show, and love this community. Because there's a lot of awesome folks who are sharing their music and who are here to listen in. Let's crack on. We're going to start with a wonderful track from an awesome artist. I love their name. They go by the name XLSX, which takes me back to my spreadsheet days. I mean, I'm looking at a spreadsheet right now, but it's a fun spreadsheet full of tunes. So XLSX, this track is about an old relationship back in the 90s and early 2000s when we had mixtapes and then early versions of MP3 players. Oh yeah, it's about a relationship with a shared passion for the same music where it becomes part of the relationship, really. And it's a tribute to one of my top 3 bands of all time. Can you figure it out? It's pretty obvious. So you're not only getting a song here, you're getting a job as well. You have to figure out which band XLSX is talking about here. The name of the song is Jimmy.mp3, and we're going to be kicked off in style here by XLSX, YML on the air.
It was a warm summer night. We put Jimmy in the car, and when Always Be came on, we both smiled and sang along. And it's the little things like that become special when you look back. When you look back, even though you're gone, I'll always be part of you in my passenger seat. And wherever I will go, you'll come with me. If I could spin it back, it's the words you walk away. 'Cause you're the song that I will always play. If I could spin it back, it's the words you walk away. 'Cause your memories burned in my mind like the songs in your old mixtape. And our futures were looking bright. We were both chasing the light. And when anything went wrong, we would put the middle on. And it's always songs like that that make these moments come flooding back. Come flooding back. And though you're gone, there'll always be memories of you on my MP3, hidden in a drawer, waiting for me. If I could spin it back, it's the words you walk away.
How good is that? Tell you what, XLSX, yeah, the production values in that one, the backing vocals, the guitars, yeah, just super rad all round there. XLSX and their track Jimmy.mp3. I mean, yeah, Jimmy Eat World, a bit of a deep cut. I mean, I don't know. I like Jimmy Eat World. You know, the middle, everyone knows. Back sometime in the middle. But yeah, that's really cool. Top 3 bands of all time, though. But yeah, you can definitely hear some of those influences coming through in that track. Very nicely done. Hey, it's Manny from the Lily Pillies. That almost had a bit of a Lily Pillies vibe to it, Manny. That kind of pop rock, just smooth as silk kind of vibes there. G'day Harriet. G'day Dave. Bop, 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 bop. Hello, it'll be grand. G'day, Tremor Bear. How are you? Hey, it's our wonderful moderator, Mr. Thomas Christ. Ashley HM's got a track on the show a little bit later as well. Hey, let's continue on because we've got too many songs on here to just pause and to reflect too much. Plus, as you can hear, my voice is somewhat back, but it's not perfect. So I'm not going to push my luck and talk too much. And we found out last week how quick the show can be when John's, shuts his yap for a while because it was only an hour and 35 minutes, which proves that I rant for about 25 minutes longer than I need to. But I like to think it adds to the show. You don't just come, you could just tap the playlist. Otherwise, I like to think that folks want to come here to listen to me rant about the music as well as listen to the music. But let's listen to this track here. This is from Kraftwerk Music. It's called Rhythmic Gate, a new garage band instrumental tune. Rhythmic Gate is another 80s inspired song. Looks like I can't escape that decade musically. Greetings from Germany. Where's Florf? Take a drink. This one's called Rhythmic Gate, Kraftwerk Music. Heiko Bren, what a cool, funky track to get you dancing here on this week's YML episode 292. Can you believe it? Can you believe that we're coming up on 300 episodes of Your Music Live? Yeah, we've been doing this thing for well and truly over 5 years, coming up to 6 years, and no end in sight because I'll stop doing it when you folks stop making amazing music. And I don't like the chances of that happening anytime soon because it's if anything, easier to create music and create great music and share your great music than it's ever been in history, which is a great thing. I know sometimes we get all hung up on the AI music stuff and it's a crowded marketplace now and the barrier to entry is so low. But you know what that means? It just means that more people can create more music. And how is more cool music in the world a bad thing? I don't get it. No, it's a great thing. Alrighty, let's crack on with the next track. This is from an artist that many of you know and many of you love. They go by the name of Sticks for Guns, our mate Richard. And he says, I wanted to create an upbeat dance tune. Could you please play from around the 20-second mark? I can do. For you, Richard, I can do that. Let's give this one a spin. It's called Upbeat in a Heartbeat. Sticks for Guns. Wow. Now that's what I call like embracing the whole spectrum of frequencies. You had like the little tingle triangle bits going on at the top there. And yeah, just very cool. Exactly. It's chill but upbeat as well. Always creating a really cool, yeah, just the roominess, the sounds of it. Yeah, the headphones or some good quality speakers, some monitor speakers like I'm privileged to listen to on here. Yeah, always sounds great. But you know what? If you're listening on your phone speakers are pretty good these days too, aren't they? Great stuff there from Sticks for Guns. By the way, you can find all of the songs that we play on the show here linked where? Down in the description below. And we're doing the 2026 3 chunks model. Yes, we still haven't got a good name for them. 3 sets, 3 sections, 3 periods, 3 segments, 3 gigs, 3 bits. So we're going to do that. Yeah, the dancey dancers on the video, that they looked cool. I'm assuming some sort of stock footage, but yeah, it looks very cool indeed. Let's move on to our next song. This one comes to us from the one and only Russ from the Delicate Giants. And Russ says, hi Pete, as a previously unreleased track from the two Moonworks albums was in the video version only, working on a new Delicate Giants album, so check back in a year at least. Enjoy, from Russ. And yeah, look, Russ doesn't like pump out a song a day or anything like that, so you know that when Russ does release music, it's quality. So let's go back in time with this one. It is called Voices from Russ 8889. Yeah, look, nobody does it better. And you listen to that, and then you find out from Russ how it's put together, and the fact that Gary's like a one take guy, and he's like, nah, there you go, there's the guitar. And then Russ just works around that, and what they create is awesome. Very, very cool stuff indeed there from the Delicate Giants there. Thank you for sharing that. Always good to get some just random sprinkling of Russ every now and then. So I appreciate when Russ chooses to submit a track, because he's next level. He's just got it all going on. Like, he does all the charity albums, he does his own stuff, he does Delicate Giants. I know. I do a bit of hero worshipping of Russ, because I think that he's just the sort of bloke that just doesn't ever stop and doesn't let any sort of adversity get in his way. He just keeps going and going and going. And kudos to him for that. Yeah, got a bit of weather talk going on. I hear it is quite chilly. 20 inches of snow for Greg Pincus. Thomas has got about 12 inches, about a decent pizza worth of snow depth for Thomas Christ over there in Pennsylvania, and 65 degrees of sun. Well, the forecast here in Adelaide, South Australia today is 45 degrees, which is 113 if you're playing along in Fahrenheit. If you're still in the past and doing the Fahrenheit, I'm sorry. I mean, there's two countries in the world that still use Fahrenheit and imperial measures. It's, what is it, like USA and Guatemala, something like that. I've done so well. That's the first things I've said about the US and anything going on in 2026. So let's get back to the music. And go back to the UK, where it's probably also chilly, and check out this one from Kronk Song, who says, hi, Pete, bit of a rocker this week. I dug up my old 60s SG Special out for this one and have forgotten what fun it is. I hope you enjoy this garage band song enough to play it on your show. All the best from Kronk. This is called That Is That. Kronk Song, Your Music Live.
I read a book, I saw a play, I watched a film the other day, but still I just don't understand how things turned out that way. It seems so unrealistic, it's not how I perceived it. I wasn't taken in, I wasn't taken in. Yes, I'd like to believe things could be like that, but I live in the real world, and that is that. I took a bus, I took a train, I took a walk in the pouring rain. I had to check on things myself again. And yes, it was unrealistic, it was just how I remembered. I'd been taken in, I'd been taken in. Yes, I'd like to believe that things could be like that, but I live in the real world, and that is that. Maybe one day things might
Kronk Song, Kronking that one up to 11. Very cool stuff there from Kronk Song. And I've got an interesting fact, a fun fact. Have you ever noticed how whenever anyone says, oh, it's a fun fact, they're never that fun. But this one is. Did you know that Kronk Song has been played more times on Your Music Live than any other artist in the world ever? Do you know why? I know some of you know why. Here's why.
your music, your music, your music live, your music, your
Yeah, that's right. Kronk Song is the creator of the theme music for Your Music Live. So every week when you tune in and you hear Your Music, Your Music, Your Music Live, that is Kronk's song. So by default, the two most beautiful words in the world, default. By default, Kronk's song has been played more often than any other artist. Hey, can you do me a solid before we play this next track? Just hit that little thumb button. It looks like that. I'll give you a couple of seconds. Got it? Done it? Cool. All right, Cyberkeys is up next. They say creepy AI visuals for my song Ghostland. Music is not AI. I both love and am just like face palmy about the fact that we have to ask the question now. But anyway, this is Cyberkeys. This is Ghostland. This is Your Music Live.
Please don't hurt me.
Why would I? Can't you see me smiling with genuine kindness?
Wow. So yeah, if you weren't scared of clowns or lava or devils, it's got everything. It's got everything that could possibly scare you all in one clip. But very cool, very well created, very well crafted little instrumental there. I know, right? What's there's a word, isn't it? It's not clownophobia. It's some weird word that's like colembidinophobia or something. That is the fear of clowns, and apparently very common. Very, very common thing, which, look, who loves clowns? Who sees like a creepy looking dude with a white painted face and the big lips and the eyes and goes, yeah, completely savory, completely like dependable looking character? I don't think anyone does that. Coulrophobia? Yeah. Coulrophobia? Yeah. How you request a song there is a link in the description. There is a link in the comments. studiolivetoday.com/YML. And that is what our friend Paul did. Now, Paul, I know you commented on something and you said you wanted to change your song. And then I said to email me. I couldn't find an email from you. I'm playing what you submitted, but just submit the next one. We'll play it on a future show. It's all good. So this is Under the Wobbly Ashtray. A deep dive into the vaults, recorded live at the Underground, Dame Street, Dublin, on Saturday, the 15th of April, 1989. Our set and the sets of a raft of other regulars was recorded for a projected live album that feloniously never came out. Brendan McLaughlin was our singer at the time, while I wrote the songs and played lead guitar and backing vocals. You can hear me struggle on this track about the underground. Every night, barely formed bands would strut their stuff. There were weeks when I saw 20 bands here. They weren't all good, but they got a chance to find that out, or to find out they were too good for this world. There you go. So let's give this one a spin. It's called We Could Be Happy from the deep, dark vaults under the Wobbly Ashtray.
Will you love me forever? Yes, I will.
could be happy. We could be happy now. I'm not the kind of guy who gives himself away so easily. But if you let me go at my own pace, you can be my friend and we could be happy. We could be happy. We could be happy now. We could be happy. We could be happy now. You're not the kind of girl who's all squared up with the world and can make up her mind just right away. But we're young and free, we can wait and see what just might be, and we could be happy. Yeah, we could be happy. We could be happy.
That is the most 1989 thing that ever 1989'd there, Paul. Really cool stuff there indeed, from under the wobbly ashtray from way, way back in the day. Way, way back in the day. Yeah, look, in the late 80s coming into the early 90s, it was kind of the pre-grunge era. It was the post-new wave kind of era. And we had lots of songs like that. You had like the House Martins, and you had The Cure, and you had early REM stuff. And it was all kind of that 3-chord kind of jangly, boppy, rocky, good stuff. And yeah, you can really hear the influences. If you didn't tell me that was 1989, I would have said, oh, you're trying to make something retro that sounds like it's from 1989. Very cool stuff. They had an 8-track. Yeah, the old 8-track recorder. Was it? Yeah, would have been analog, of course, 89. I was going to say my first recording was on a 8-track, but it was one of the first 8-track digital recorders to a hard drive. It had like a whopping 160 megabyte hard drive or something, so we could record all this high quality, pristine audio. Yeah, and that was in a bloke's house. And he'd literally just, poked holes through the walls and stuff to run different leads. And he had this 8-channel digital mixer recorder and charged us $20 an hour. And I think it goes without saying, but the whole place smelt like weed. Speaking of which, someone who's way too young for all these sort of things is Cannibal Wren. I'm so Wren. Also, I'm going to make spaghetti for my great-grandma. Anyways, this song is like me shedding the old Wren and starting right back up to fight even harder than I have. Also, I now have an obsession with making earrings, so yippee, I suppose. Wren, you are a chaotic mess of a person, and we wouldn't have you any other way. Let's play this one. It's called Through the Skull. Cannibal Wren. So you like Cannibal Wren? That's an interesting name, and that's a really, really cool synthy, chip-tuney kind of style. And then you realise that Cannibal Wren's just turned 15, and then you feel really bad about yourself because you're like, he's 15 and he's creating this stuff. Like, that's next level. There's people, I've got an extra, 30 years experience, and I could not create that. So very, very cool stuff. I like it. I like it a lot. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, round of the pause. Round of the pause all round. Hey, you know what? We need a code word. And in celebration of our mate Cannibal Wren, let's go hashtag Wren. So, if you don't know how this works, we're playing Spin That Wheel. Yo, DJ, get up and party. We're playing Spin That Wheel, and the way this works is that you put hashtag Wren, R-E-N, in the chat, and if I draw your name at random, then you get to have a play. And by play, I mean you get to choose a song of yours to play on the show right here today. No waiting, no vetting, no fussing, just playing. So if you'd like to join the fun, hashtag Wren in the chat. All right, let's play another song while we wait on that one. Hey, guess who it is? It's Michael, a.k.a. Zedland Band. Probably over in Canada, unless he's travelling somewhere. Thank goodness you didn't come to Australia for summer, mate. You would melt. We have got the biggest heat wave in about the last decade going on here at the moment. It is nuts right across the country. But he says, hi Pete, this one is called The Forgotten, The Forgotten Few, another musical journey. Michael, a.k.a. Zedland Band. Great change-ups, great panning. Yeah, I love the use of space. I love the change-up between the dong, 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 the straight 4/4, and then the triplets. Yeah, the shifts keep you on your toes, don't they? Very cool stuff there. As always, from Michael, a.k.a. Zedland. I'm calling him Zedland Band. I know others say Zealand Band, but you know what? He's from Canada. They say Z, although sometimes Canadians say Z. And I've noticed lately, I've been listening to younger Canadians seem to say mom as opposed to mum. Like Canadians used to say mum and dad, like we do here in Australia. Mum and dad. That's my mum and dad. Because it was great. You'd watch Degrassi Junior High and it'd be like, oh, I can't go oot. My mum said I can't. And I'm like, yes, love the Canadian accent. But yeah, it seems to be, am I just making that up, or is there a bit of an Americanization of the Canadian accent going on with the younger folks? G'day, Sal. It's Sal Caruso. Hello, Sal. Sal is a wonderful human being. Sal donates to the channel, like on the regular. Like, there isn't a month that goes by, I reckon, that Sal doesn't donate something to the channel. So thank you, Sal. I appreciate you Big time. All right, we've got, I'll give you a couple more minutes because I know some folks like Sal have joined us here. If you would like to join the fun, which is the spin that wheel, you can put hashtag REN, REN, in the chat, and we will draw that one after this next song from MJ Cabernas Driven, aka Driven to Write. Recorded in GarageBand, then ported to Cubase. The vocals only in GarageBand. A song about standing your ground in a relationship and not allowing yourself to be pressured. Remember, leaving is always an option. Here. Sometimes the best way to win is to not play. That's what that robot from War Games said. And the same thing's true in a relationship. Have you noticed that I'm feeling better? I'm still not 100%, but you know that thing where you start feeling better and you feel human again after you've been sick for a while? Yeah, I'm that. So welcome. It's gonna be chaotic. This is called You Can't Have Me, Driven to Write.
And babe, you know I celebrate every success. So walk the red carpet in your fancy dress. It's not for me, I don't need your fame. Not when it smothers a dying flame. Take a sip now from the poison chalice. Take your place in your golden palace. And as I walk away, I see you've left your mark on the soul of every shadow in the dark. And you can have it all, the fashion fame and the crystal ball. But is it worth it? Are you happy as you sit alone in empty halls? You can have everything you want, but you can't have me. Yeah, you have everything you want, but you don't get me. No, you don't get me. Thank you for the watch, it cost more than my car. Your assistant chose well, I think she'll go far. And now that you've marked me as one of the pack, do you really think I'll just take you back? 'Cause these fancy things are all nice for a while, but they don't replace a genuine smile. And yes, the Armani suit fits like a glove, but dressing up nice is not real love. And you can have it all, the fashion fame and the crystal ball. But is it worth it? Are you happy as you sit alone in an empty hall?
Really cool stuff there from MJ Cabernas. And I love, like, MJK's had like a really interesting sort of last year, like working with his producer and injecting more personality and more of him into the tracks. And it's working for you, my friend. So kudos to you. All right, let's grab the wheel, shall we? We've had a few more entries in here, and I think we are good to go. So let's bring this one up and see who's gonna win it. All right, no, we don't need Amazon ads. So who do we have? We got me. I put myself on here. I want to see if I could win this week. We've got Moses, we've got Mark, we've got Thomas Christ, Catherine. We've got Forrest, we've got Dave Bops, we've got Boomer. We've got, which is Professor Boomer. I should make a note of that. Prof, because we do have Boomer Bass Meme who's around sometimes as well. Wild Rose CC, Ashley HM, Harriet, Cold Acre, Scotty Baby, it'll be grand, MJK, Sean Chandler, hello to you, Sean, Strings and Pucks, we've got Alexander, we've got Jay, we've got Brad, we've got Russ. Are we ready to spin it? Are we ready to spin the wheel? All right, let's spin the wheel. Okay, I'm going to press on the button and see what happens. Oh yeah. Gonna spin that wheel. Gonna win. It's gonna be Cold Acre. Cold Acre. Having a coldie on Australia Day here in Australia. It seems all too fitting that Cold Acre is your new world champion of the wheel spinning. If you're really sad and you're like, I wish it wasn't Cold Acre, I wish it was me, then don't worry, we'll do another spin after the second period coming up in less than an hour's time. You got very little time to wait. It'll be fine. But Cold Acre knows the drill. They get to choose a song of theirs that they would like us to play. All they got to do is chuck it here in the chat. Just chuck in the chat and say, my Cold Acre, name of song, name of platform, in plain text. We'll spin it. Everyone's happy. That's how we work. There you go. Boba Base Meme is lurking and watching sports ball too. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I hope all your sports ball teams are going well. It's the big bowl. The what is it called? Like the mega bowl? No, the giant bowl. The Rose Bowl? No, the Dog Bowl. No. There's some big super bowl going on really soon. This next track is from Twin Tonality, and they are out of Copenhagen, Denmark, recorded in a small basement in the heart of Copenhagen, a collaboration between a Latvian singer and a Danish underground electronic musician. Look, I'm in already. I'm down. Let's give it a spin here on Your Music Live.
In your dark room, we'll be waiting for the winter to start. In your dark room, we'll be waiting for the birds to come back. Our sorrow will be sitting in front of us, hugging her knees. Our silence will be hitting the windows, trying to escape, but it's too late. But it's too late.
Yeah, I mean, look, that sound treatment, what is it? It's pads for days just with reverbs and, yeah, just so full, isn't it? Such a full sound that is rad beyond belief and very good stuff indeed. Yeah. Hearts all round for that one. Alrighty, now we've had a selection from the winner. It is Cold Acre, and he has chosen Chill Zone, which is his collaboration with the wonderful Leela, Lou Reality Rise of Dark, Leela. And we're going to go find it. Can we just pause for a second here? I'm gonna have a rant, or as the kids say these days, a yap. Let's have a quick yap about the fact that YouTube are going all in on their shorts. Am I the only one that's noticed this? Am I a part of some weird new focus group where they're like, well, let's make old men want to watch all the YouTube shorts? Because every time I search anything in YouTube on desktop or on mobile right now, it gives me a giant page of shorts before it gets to the actual thing I'm working to try and find. So clearly I want this, right? Chill Zone, cat and mouse. And it's given me 10 different short videos all about cartoon cats and real cats and mice cats and AI slop. Can you not? Can you not put shorts at the top there? It's not what I'm looking for. You know that from my algorithm. Anyway, I say all that to say let's play this one. This is Cold Acre and Reality. This is Chill Zone. This is Cat and Bloody Mouse.
Nature acts without intent, wishes neither good nor real. Never asks, seeks repentance, for when friends aid or kill. Only temporary respite from a cold, distant end. Despite the prayers of a desperate, certainties and mere pretend. The game of life is dangerous, dangerous. Trusting treacherous strangers, covering the lace of mystery, finding victory or mortality. The game of life is dangerous, dangerous. Trusting treacherous strangers.
Chill Zone. Yes, Cold Acre and Chill Zone. Chill Acre? I like it. Very cool stuff there. Cat and mouse. Much better than watching 10 separate shorts about cats and mouses. So I'm going to add that in to the description. If you're watching on the replay, you'll already find it down there. If not, just refresh your browser or refresh your player or stop it and start it again, and you'll get that track added. Very cool stuff. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. This is the final track of the first chunk. This comes to us from the one and only Mr. Ron Ward, who has a cover because one of the Grateful Dead founders, Bob Weir, passed in the last week. So there's a cover by Rockin' Ronnie Ward of Ripple by Grateful Dead here on Your Music Live.
If my words did glow with the gold of sunshine, and my tunes were played on the harp unstrung, would you hear my voice come through the music? Would you hold it near as if it were your own? It's a hand-me-down. The thoughts are broken, perhaps they're better left unsung. I don't know. There'll be songs to fill the air, ripples in still water. When there is no pebble tossed, no wind to blow, reach out your hand. If your cup be empty, if your cup is full, may it be again, let it be known. There is a fountain that was not made by the hands of men. There is a road.
Yeah, Ron Ward rocking the country vibes lately, hasn't he? Yeah, very cool stuff there. Sounds like home. Yeah, Ron Ward. Look, I'm not the biggest deadhead, but look, there's no doubt that they are one of the kind. Like you hear the name Grateful Dead, you know exactly what's going on, don't you? Like, there's very few people in the world of music that wouldn't have heard of the Grateful Dead. So very good stuff there. Hey, thanks for being here for this first section of the show. And we can, in fact, do this show every week thanks to some fine folks. And they go by the name of DistroKid. Yeah, many of the artists that you've already heard release their music with DistroKid. And they do that for a number of reasons. It's affordable, it's quick, it's easy, and it has all the tools under the hood that you need to manage your music distribution. So you upload your song and it goes out there. Look at all those logos. Amazon, I see Apple Music, I see TikTok, I see Spotify, I see Snapchat. So it goes out everywhere. And then you can enhance it. You can add lyrics. You can do splits if you're working on collaborations with other folks to automatically send the revenue across a bunch of different people. And then the best news is, it's only going to cost you up from $24.99 per year. And people say, oh, everything's always going up. I've been using DistroKid for a decade. It's gone from $19.99 to $24.99. I'm on the Musician Plus plan. That's gone from $39.99 to $44.99. That's nothing. That is such a small increase when you look at the price of everything else. And it's per year. So yeah, I recommend this one, $44.99 per year. Release an unlimited number of songs, EPs, and albums. You get daily streaming stats. You get to customize your label name. And most importantly, you get to customize your release date. So if you're working on a song, you're working on an EP, you're working on a new album, you upload it and then you choose when it comes out. And then it gives you an opportunity to submit to playlists, to start hyping it up on your Instagrams and your TikToks and your Facebooks and wherever it is you interact with folks. So I implore you to go and check out DistroKid. If you haven't already and you're a musician, a creator, an independent artist, you want to get your music out there to the world, DistroKid is the way to go. And you can save yourself 7% on your first year on any DistroKid plan right now. If you haven't already hit the thumbs up button on this one, I'll give you about 10 seconds to do that while we queue up the first track of the second chunk. And it comes to us from someone who I know for a fact uses DistroKid because I follow their topic channel and they release music using DistroKid. You don't believe me? There it is. There's the proof. Middle Suburbia. They've got a track. Finally, after a lot of fun, hard work on my latest full-length album, Fragile State, is out now. This is the title track of the LP. This is Middle Suburbia. This is Fragile State. You're listening to Your Music Live.
Shadows of dawn break. These fragile threads of fate, life drifting through the haze. In this fragile state, you'll grow to feel my way. You'll hate me just the same. These thoughts that crawl like shadows, they're pulling at my shame. that you slept all the while. I'm lost in this reflection, can't handle the charge. So don't break these fragile threads of fate. Life's drifting through the haze. In this fragile state, it takes me a moment to see the cracks in this design. Trying to find where I am in this mess I'm inside. Don't break these fragile threads of fate. Life's drifting through the haze. In this fragile state. A million songs in my head, I'm not sure what feels real. The one you push me to sing is the one long-lived. A million reasons break free, so I'm just stuck in the fire. The one that's haunting my dreams in the shadows of don't break.
Very cool stuff indeed there from our mate Daniel, aka Middle Suburbia. What a great track. What great music he's creating. Yeah, well done. Round of applause for Middle Suburbia. We're going to crack on because we've got a bunch of cool tunes and cool songs to get to, and we want to keep it, I'm trying to keep it under 2 hours this show. Because especially today, it's the last sort of official day of the school holidays here. So I'm going to go to the movies. Going to take my daughter to the new Avatar movie. And look, I haven't seen the second one, and this is the third one. But hey, it's James Cameron. It's 3 hours. It's blue cats jumping around. It's going to be rad. All right, so I say all that to say, let's crack on. Axolotl in a Tux is back. This song was made so that I could make Interstellar Drift into an EP because I had 2 songs I hadn't used when I made Interstellar Drift that I felt fit the vibe. So I put them on the EP, but I felt like it was missing something, so I made this. Thanks for viewing my last song, Interstellar Drift, though. Very welcome. This one's called Once in a Blue Moon, the wonderfully named band Axolotl in a Tux. How chill is that? Very cool stuff there from Axolotl in a Tux. Hey, it's Alex Backus. G'day, Alex Backus. And Forest of the Wolf, was it, who's just had to step out? There you go. Thank you for being here. We've replaced a Forest of the Wolf with an Alex Backus. Hey, that's what I love about this show. You can come and go. It's not, no one has to be here the whole time. Yeah, I know, 2 hours is a long time to commit, but I appreciate those who do, and thank you all for watching. Hey, Scott Borthwick, where are you? just randomly. I just thought that would be weird if you're catching up on the replay and you're like, oh, I couldn't watch YML this week. I was out at a Eagles concert. There you go. That's where we're putting Scott. And he's like, oh, that's so weird that you knew I was at an Eagles concert and you called me out halfway through the show. Substitution, yeah. Hold up the big board and it just says Wolf off, Bacchus on. Alrighty. Let's move on and play this one from Augers Audio Cult, who've always got a lot to say. We have many members in Augers Audio Cult, not just in wonderful Toronto, but all over the planet that will soon be ours. I mean, this beautiful world where everyone should be free. We have recently took a trip overseas to visit our members in Hahn, Germany. Their compounds are bigger, but they're too serious and boring. So we partied with our brothers and sisters to clear their minds, have them loosen up and bring the island vibes to this cold, stoic place. Thankfully, the ingatherer stayed back in Toronto because he'd never let us party this hard. Thank you, Pete. Happy to see you again. Like, there's people that are making music, and then there's folks like Augers Audio Cult who have like an entire cult behind them. They have an entire, what's words I'm trying to say? Like words thing, a story, a whole mythology. I was thinking of the word mythology. This is called Your Mind is Like an Ocean. True. Cults have rarely sounded so good. I am a little concerned that I got kind of hypnotized halfway through that track. So, yeah, I'm with you, Sylvie. It was hypnotic. Maybe a little too hypnotic. Great stuff, though. Thank you for sharing that one, Augers Audio Cult. Up next, there's fairies in our house. The title is a quote from the movie Howl's Moving Castle. This entire EP was made on my iPhone 6 with iOS GarageBand with a lot of help from Pete and his videos. Nice one. So it's the name of the track is I See No Point in Living If I Can't Be Beautiful. Fairies in our house on Your Music Live. Kitty cats! Very shoegazy, very cool. Sounds like Filter. Yeah, it's got that 90s, very sort of, yeah, slow rock shoegaze kind of sound, and very cool stuff there. Fairies in Our House. Again, I love all the artist names. I love the band names that you folks come up with. It makes like, oh, I'm going to release my music as Pete Johns. Makes me seem a little foolish, doesn't it? Very cool stuff indeed. Yeah, look, absolutely. It was an effect, obviously, going for that. But I think you could brighten it up just a little bit, just so that it kind of cut through a little more. But you know what? It's a choice. It's a style. It's the style at the time. Definitely, yeah, definitely shoe gazy. Hello, Mars Capone. Hope you're doing well, my friend. A couple of things that the folks were asking about. The buzzing in my background is my air conditioner. We've discussed it before. Yeah, it's not ideal. It does pick up a little bit of it in the microphone, so yeah, you'll get a little bit of the, especially when it's hot. And look, at 45 degrees today, I'm using that. And what happened to my AI backdrop? Well, I was using a green screen for a while, and then I realized that I just wanted to be a bit more real in 2026. So you get my bedroom studio, because I'm a bedroom producer, and many of you are too. So I just kind of think it's a little bit more fun and real. Not that it matters, not that it's a bad thing. Because, yeah, look, I may go back to it. Because if I can't be bothered tidying up every time, we could go back. Let's grab our next track. It's Mission Road. They say, written by a band leader, Dave. He says the song is simply a message to his wife, recorded at Night Shift Studio in Christchurch, New Zealand. I just play lead guitar on this one. Shout out to Dave also for being the one who inspired me to pick the guitar up again and reignite my passion for music. Very cool. And this is Dean from New Zealand, and this is another one of his projects. So this is Mission Road and Good Loving here on Your Music Live.
There's a hidden feeling won't go away. But ain't it good to be alive? There's a hidden meaning that I can't convey. I wonder how I'll survive. I'm not complaining. You won't agree. But do you know what you do? It's beyond explaining. It's plain to see. You haven't really thought it through. 'Cause I kinda like it. This loving that I'm loving every day. There's no denying you're supplying good loving that I'm loving every day.
Very cool stuff there. Mission Road and Good Loving. Yeah, it's got that real, yeah, everyone's that Eagles, that sort of 70s rock vibe going on there. Love the harmonies. Loved the, love the instrumentation. Very, very good stuff there from Mission Road. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, who says that New Zealand can't do country music? Hey, I've got something special for you up next. You know Catherine McChrystal? Sometimes we call her Catherine McChristmas. Well, a while ago I said, Catherine, you do these things and you make it look so easy. You make it look seamless. Like every time you hit record on your camera, you just go, hello, this is a new song. It's called I Cried My Eyes Out. And then it's like, boom, and you just do it all. And I'm like, there's got to be outtakes, doesn't there? Well, have I got a treat for you? Hey, Pete. Thought I'd send in a short behind-the-scenes video of outtakes from a song I was recording this week. There are a couple of choice words in there, but don't worry, I've bleeped them out. The link to the actual song is in the description of the video if anyone wants to check it out. So, minute 45 of Catherine McChrystal outtakes and swearing. Yes, please. Let's take a look and a listen here on Your Music Live.
Hello. This is a new collaboration between myself and Robin Randall, and it is called Rose of Jericho. Hello. This is a new collaboration between myself and Robin Randall, and it's called Rose of Jericho. Hello. All that is hallowed by the lords. Beep. The lords of drugs and bones. Freedom. Beep. Lords of drugs and bones. Oh my God. The sun. It's going to annoy me.
Oh, we don't need to watch Your Music Live because you're already watching it. That would be too meta if I showed the screen of me, showing the screen of me, showing the screen of me, showing the screen of me. Yeah, look, you gotta love a bit of a blooper reel every now and then. Yeah, we've all been there, haven't we? Just that, oh, not like that. Everyone's seen that Scottish guy that like hates his guitar and just tries to play a bit and just smashes up the place. I don't think Catherine would ever go that extreme, but very cool. Very cool stuff. Good to see. Good to see that you are indeed human and not just some sort of amazing songwriting robot. Speaking of which, let's make it. We need a hashtag. Let's make it hashtag. Just for fun. See, this will be one of those ones that I don't realize is actually going to go into the naughty bit because hashtag UGH probably means something, but we'll give it a go. Is it getting through, Thomas? We'll ask our moderator, Thomas Christ, to see if it's all good. But what you can do, it looks like it's okay. But just to show all of our frustration. So we do a thing called it used to be called Play My Fire Beat. Now it's called Spin That Wheel. So if you want to play Spin That Wheel, put hashtag ugh in honor of Catherine's wonderful little blooper reel there. And you will go into the draw to win a free play on the show today. Righty. I've got to go into Apple Music for this next one because it's not on. Why can't I go there? It's not on YouTube. So I'm just going to see if I can get my way over into the music app to do this. I don't want to try it for free. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. I might have to hold off on that one for a minute because I haven't worked out how to play it. At this point in time. I'll do that off track. So we're going to jump over to Sylvie Drapeau. Hello, Sylvie. I know Sylvie's here with us in the chat. Sylvie says, "Free Like an Eagle. I composed this song last year. It's my first arpeggio one and a first take video shot. My song is significant for me that talks about my slow deconstruction of religion and faith. I tried too often to make a new recording of it, and every time I can't produce the emotion and the feeling of the special moment. So I decided to let go of it. Thanks, Pete, for all." That's what we like to hear. Sometimes you do just have to let it go. Be like Anna. Be like Elsa. Let it go. This is Free Like an Eagle. This is Sylvie Drapeau.
It's hard to inside of me. I broken loose, I escaped the chains. Now at last I am free. I was seeking for the light to guide me through my darkest days. It shines so clear now, and it's bright, feeling alive in many ways. Free like an eagle, soaring high up in the sky. Free like an eagle, carried by winds as the world passed by. To me, it's all so far away.
Sylvie Drapeau, how cool is that? Yeah, it can be hard when you do something like that and you're like, oh, I want that. I want all that raw emotion, but just played slightly better or sung slightly better or produced slightly better. And guess what? You never can you? It's hard to go back to the well and just say, oh, all right, let's just do all that, but keep all the raw emotion, but change it as well. So, yeah, good job just doing it. Get it out there, let it go, and share it because it sounded great. You probably there listening and hearing every mistake and every little bit that you'd change, whereas we just hear raw human emotion connecting, and that's what it is all about. Hello, Phoenix Falling. Hope you're doing well as well. Just stumbled across this channel. Well, welcome aboard. We do this show called Your Music Live. We do a lot of tutorials around here. We do live shows. We do everything. So if you are a creator, if you're a musician, if you love good music or you want to share your music, welcome aboard. Good to have you here. We've still got our hashtag ugh going on here. So if you would like to join in, if you put hashtag ugh in the chat, you can go into the draw to win a free play on the show today. And I'll put all the, I was distracted there. We're going to play this next song and then I will put all of your ughs into the drawing, and we will see who wins the drawing in just a jiffy. But for now, we've got a track here from one of the fan favourites around here. This is Gayatri Gulakwad Gulani, and we're going to play this song for you as soon as I can get it up here on the screen, which I have now here in Apple Music. Enjoy this one, folks.
जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय
Gayatri Gakwad Galani. Yeah, how good is the control, the vibrato, just all round awesomeness there from fan favourite, crowd favourite, Gayatri Gakwad Galani. Thank you so much for sharing that one. Remember, Sharon is Karen, and Sharon is Karen. Hello, Guitar RN. David, needed this vibe this weekend. Yeah, look, I'm here for the good vibes. That's what we're here for, isn't it? For listening to some great music and hanging out with some cool people like you and like all the other wonderful members of this community. Hey, we're at 47 likes. We're only 3 likes away from the 50, which is what we like to get. And we do that because Tremor Bear, he tells us that we have to. We don't know what happens if we don't get 50 likes because it's never happened before. But let's not find out. There you go. There's 48. Hello, Daniel. Are you 49? Let's see how we go. All right, we got all your names over here on the wheel. Shall we spin the wheel? I think we should spin the wheel. All right, what have we got? What music have we got for me to sing along to as we spin the wheel? Go. Oh, yeah. We gotta spin a wheel. It's the only thing that matters. It's the most important thing in the world. Spinning a wheel. It's Mars Capone's. He just rolls in and he's your winner. Well done, Mars Capone is your winner, and Victor and Mars knows the drill. Mars has been around these traps for a while. Been chatting with Mars over on the old Patreon message board. I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you're a patron or you're a member of the channel, sometimes I'm behind on emails, sometimes I'm behind on instant messages. The first messages I read and always have read and reply to every day are my Patreon messages, because you folks have taken the time and decided to support me. And Mars has been supporting me for a very long time. So Mars Capone, congratulations. And Jeebus, did we just go straight up into 55 likes? That's pretty cool. Have you already chosen, Mars? That's got to break the record for the quickest win into letting us know what you'd like us to play. You know what? Let's see if we can just find it straight away. I'm assuming we're over here on YouTube. Crippled Apex. Hello, disappear. And there you go. Crippled Apex. Hello, disappear. Now, is this... Hang on. Am I going to get in trouble for this one? Because I don't know who these people are. Does this include you, or am I going to get hit with some sort of copyright? Because this is looks like a pretty popular track here, but it's from the old times, from the long ago. So let me know. I don't want to get myself into trouble by playing this. It looks rad, though. Is it this one that we're looking at here? Is that the track that you would like us to play? Let me know. Let me know if I have permission or at least plausible deniability to be able to play that, and we'll give it a spin. Let us play another track. We're going to play this one from John W. Adams, who says, "Enjoy this cautionary tale." Ooh, sounds intriguing. A cautionary tale. We will see. Hello, welcome back, Professor Boomer. This is called "Mum Knew a Boy Who Ran with Scissors." Let's give it a spin.
Mom knew a boy who ran with scissors and he died. Girl had eaten and then went swimming and she died. A trick-or-treat needle and Halloween stashes. Another who wouldn't stop playing with matches. And one who forgot to check all the latches. They died. They died. They Mom knew a boy who skipped all the veggies and he died. A boy sat too close to the telly and he died. Riding a bike without wearing his shoes, poking the cages at animal zoos. nothing to lose. They died. They died. They died. Mom knew a kid who swallowed his gum and he died. A girl crossed her eyes just for fun and she died. Ugly faces that stuck in a grin, smoking and drinking again and again, staying up late, way after 10. They died. They died. They They died. They died. They died. They died. They
Very cool. Yeah, I know. Look, I was busy listening to the lyrics and just jamming along and enjoying the track. But yeah, some of the production techniques, very cool. Very good vocal layering and great stuff all around there. Appreciate you sharing that one, John W. Adams. Kind of a Ramones kind of vibe. Ba 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 ba. Cool stuff. Yeah, so Mars, I probably won't play. I've just looked at that track and I'm like, I'm concerned because it's had like hundreds of thousands of views, and I don't want to get. I've just got out of having my wrist slapped by YouTube for community violations and random stuff. So, but yeah, if there's something of yours or something that you've played on or something from the community that you'd like to share, feel free to drop it here in the chat, and we'll give it a spin. Otherwise, I threatened to play your remix because your bass work on last year's Songtember song is next level cool. But I know we've played that before, so do let me know. This is Sambas, and Sambas says, "Hello, I'm Sambas, formerly known under the names such as Eyesore, the Mardi Club, and the Astronaut Heroes." Yeah, that's we've definitely heard of a few of those. This song is about village life, rejecting violence and longing. Small bit of bad language at the end. All right, you've been warned. This is 180 here on Your Music Live.
Little things in the way keep forming. I don't stop and stare when I'm yawning. I don't poke fun at the unfortunate. I'd like to live my life unimportant. Boozy blues and second guesses. Wanna wake up to a brand new living. Wanna wake up to some sober tripping. Come chat to me when your microphone clipping. Time 180 on the dot, oh baby. Always said yes, I was scared of maybe. I can be Johnny, can you be my Mavis? Tenor cane energy, shadow puppet lady. Benzo Kane got the whole thing wavy. We don't need a pure in the village, that's crazy. Call it quits when the Heathloom mainliner dug through the back and ran down the train line. Could you be my baby? 7-0 on the dashboard in it.
Yeah, it does. It really does have Blur and Gorillaz kind of vibes. It's almost like Damon himself was working on that one. What a cool thing. Sam Buzz. If you can keep up, if you can follow the bouncing ball from the Astronaut Heroes through the Mardi Club, through I Saw, and now Sam Buzz. I don't know. Here I am thinking, oh, I'll just keep my same name. It makes life easier. But change it up. Why not? All right, we're gonna make this the last song of this chunk. Because we're then going to come into our big final section here. We've got some more musics to plays for you. And of course, as I search here, I mean, YouTube, come on. And a little inside baseball here for you, if you like. So YouTube Shorts as a creator, and I know it's not all about this, but just so you know, if you're like, oh, well, isn't that good for creators who get their shorts watched? Yeah, the way that the revenue works on YouTube is that shorts make about 10 to 20 times less in advertising revenue. Why? Well, think about it. You watch a 30-second or a 1-minute video, it's not going to serve up an ad every time. You watch a 10-minute video, you'll probably get an ad. So, yeah, YouTube are not doing exactly the greatest thing by their creators by doing this, because you have to scroll down before you find what you're actually looking for. And again, if you search tutorial how to do thing, you're going to get 10 shorts before you get the actual tutorial video, which is not a bad thing. It's just a thing. Just thought I'd point it out. But Mars Capone has chosen for us to hear Folk You. Yes, the Thomas Christ side project. This track, which is called E.T. Phone Home. It's one of my favorites of all time, and we're going to listen to it. No, we're not. We're going to close that one, and then we're going to listen to E.T. Phone Home. Folk You on Your Music Live. I feel both great and a little bit guilty whenever I listen to some Folk You, because you know what it's like. You create, Thomas Christ has 17 albums that he's handcrafted and put his heart and soul into, and then he's like, I'll just do some fun stuff with Bossa Nova Button and E.T. Phone Home just as a side project, and everyone's like, could we play some Folk You now? And it's like, oh man, isn't it funny how the things that you just throw out there always tend to resonate with folks. And that one definitely does. I love it. Yes, if you haven't checked that one out before, go do it. It is linked in the description. Yeah, and go check out, I haven't, so I don't know who Crippled Rejects are, but I want to go and listen to them as well. So I've got that link now in my thing ready to go. Oh, and Thomas gave us a great tip there that, yeah, if you're on your all, it's going to put the shorts to the top. But you can, of course, just go to videos as opposed to shorts. So maybe I'll need to, in the future, for all of my YouTube searching, I'll have to put the videos on there as opposed to all. Folking good indeed. G'day Costa. Hope you are doing well. All right, we've got a track featuring Clayton Von Kluge, which of course means that Clayton Von Kluge is nowhere to be seen. It's just the way he rolls. He's here all the time, supporting you, like saying cool things and being cool. Unless, of course, he's got a song on the show. This is Rushi from Rushi Music and KVK. This song doesn't have a title. It was simply inspired from Instagram posts of Rushi's. I think she was doing a promo for an upcoming release, and she had some text in the video asking, how are you going to use this vocal? So as she, an acquaintance of mine from other music circles, instead of telling her, I showed her how I would use her vocal and thought it would be cool to share with the community. Thanks for all you do for the community, sir. Well, thank you, Clayton Von Kluge. And one of these days, mate, we will play one of your tracks and you'll actually be here to listen to it. Maybe. All right, let's give this one a spin. Very, very good stuff there from our friend Clayton Von Kluge and friend bringing it on there. Good stuff indeed. Yeah, quite the trippy vibe for sure. See you later, Harriet boy. Hope you are doing well and have a good evening. Yeah, very haunting for sure. Hey, there's no after party here today, unfortunately. So just thought I would let you guys know that. Let's play this next song, though. This comes to us from Red, and this is a jam session from one of my tracks with a very good friend of mine. I haven't got a proper recording of it yet, nor is it finished, but at this time, I really need to start getting my own songs out there for people to hear. One of the favourite pieces I've written. Some honest feedback would be much appreciated. Thank you. Could you play a bit longer? The jam ends at 3:20. We'll give it a crack. We'll see how much we can play here. Let's give it a spin.
That's better. Sounds better. Or sounds better like that, doesn't it? Yeah. Filler. Sounds more filler, I suppose. 1, 2, 3. Reverse.
cool little moment of clarity jam there from Red. Red's Licky Bum. Good stuff, my friend. Sorry, I'm coming up against the time wall here, so we couldn't play a little more of it, but it's down in the description. Go and check out Red, because Red goes faster and also plays a mean guitar. Up next, we've got Professor Boomer, work in progress, synth pop song about a star that visits town for a show. Please enjoy Professor Boomer.
Rocket Girl flew into town, asked me to show her around, show her all the things there are to see. I showed her the buildings and cars, I showed her the mountains and stars, I showed her everything surrounding me. Rocket Girl is here for everyone. Rocket Girl is here to play. Rocket Girl belongs to no one. She has to go so far away. Like a hummingbird darting around, like wind chimes blowing a sound. She plays a song and everybody sang. Exuding her natural charm, she never means to do harm, but in her wake, nobody's the same. Rocket Girl plays a song.
Really cool stuff. I like all of your work in progress. When will the work be progressed to completion, Boomer? Because this is good stuff. Thank you so much for sharing that one. Rocket Girl, not to be confused with Rocket Man. Yeah, very, 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 very snazzy indeed. You know who else is very snazzy indeed? That would be our mate Daddy Ross. Yeah, Ross, he's back. And he's got a song called Jenga's Ghost, a song about losing someone. This is Ross Edwards, Daddy Ross.
Young blood thinks there's always tomorrow. I miss your touch on nights when I'm hollow. I know you crossed a bridge that I can't follow. Since the love that you left is all that I gained, I want you to know that if I can't be close to you, I'd settle for the ghost of you. I miss you more than life. And if you can't be next to me, your memory is ecstasy. I miss you more than life. I miss you more than young blood thinks there's always tomorrow. I need more time, but time can't be borrowed. I'd leave it all behind if I could fall. Since the love that you left is all that I get, I want you to know that if I can be close to you, I'd settle for the ghost of you.
A little Daddy Ross, he's back. Very cool stuff there from Ross Edwards, Daddy Ross. Thank you for sharing that one. I know, the drawl. How can you go past the drawl? No after show today, by the way. Thank you, members. Thank you for being awesome. But I'm resting the voice. I know when to sort of limit things, so I won't be chatting to you in the after show. But through the week, we've got some cool things happening really soon. So keep your eye on this space to see what goes on. Yeah, 45 degrees, getting over a cold. I'm going to continue resting up. But thank you. And there's only one more thing to say right now, and I think you know what it is. Tremor Bear. What do we call it? Auntie Penny. Well, indeed it is. It's time for the anti-penultimate song here on Your Music Live. And I got something cool. Mark Bro did some work in one of the after shows recently. We had some fun, and we've created a little character who we think should be the guy that dances along to that little track. So I'm putting a video together thanks to Mark's work, and yeah, just the randomness that is this community, which I absolutely love. Speaking of randomness and speaking of the wonderful community, Ashley HM has a track. Hi there, Pete. One of my favourite games, Blood 2: The Chosen, that I played back in 1998. Love playing this game, and I enjoyed making the soundtrack to it. Love your show, Tar, and all the best from Alicia. Ashley HM, aka Alicia. Now, Alicia did a wonderful video, which is what you'll find linked in the description. I still am too nervous to play anything with any sort of violence in it, even if it's cartoon violence, even though it's video game violence. And I know there's like 1,000 Call of Duty channels that are showing all this stuff all the time. But, you know, once bitten, twice shy and all that kind of jazz. So I'm going to jump over to Bandcamp and play the version over here on Ashley's Bandcamp page. I think you're going to get the gist of this one. This is Ashley HM Blood.
Looks like there's killing to do. Now.
Good morning, afternoon.
I'm not a bad man. I'm just misunderstood.
I'm with a market research
Okay, I'm a bad man. Now this could be the start of a beautiful friendship. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. When you get to hell, tell them I sent you. You'll get a group discount. I'm your best reason to be afraid.
Yeah, is gamecore its own genre? If not, it absolutely should be, because that is super rad there from Ashley HM. Get over to her Bandcamp, get over to her YouTube channel, which is linked down in the description below, and check out what she's got going on there. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out with us here today. I'm going to play this next track. It comes to us from Elzada, Nevada. Been moving but got sick. Sorry, missed the show a few times. This is a song about how lonely you want to be until you find the one who makes you not want to be. All right, let's give this one a spin. This is Elzada, Nevada, our penultimate tune called Lonely.
Go away from me, I like it this way. Lonely, only me. I don't like to take chances, they are too risky. Almost too close to me. I just want to be alone. Nothing against those other girls, you know. I'll find other boys, hold them, but baby, I don't know them. And only you can show me that I don't really want to be lonely. La 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 lonely, la 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 lonely, la 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 lonely, lonely. baby, I don't know them, and only you can show me that I don't really want to be lonely. La 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 lonely, la 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 lonely, la 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 lonely. Lonely. Give you half my love and hope to see you once again.
Yeah, see, that's why I didn't play this as the last track, because you'd be walking around all the rest of the day, all the rest of the night going la 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 lonely, la 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 lonely. Not that that's a bad thing, but very, very cool. Yeah, it's cool to write a hook like that that's going to get stuck in people's head. So very good stuff indeed. And yeah, look, it has that human element. I've said this, I'll say it till I'm blue in the face, that music should have a little bit of imperfection in there, a little bit of humanity, because it just feels like it's real, doesn't it? Very cool. Yeah, could do a reggae remix of that one. Very good stuff. Wicked catchy indeed. Thank you to Elzada Nevada and to producer extraordinaire David Prune on that one. Great stuff indeed. Hey, thanks for being here. A huge thanks to all the wonderful artists, all the wonderful creators who shared their music. A massive thanks to all the folks who've hung out with us here on the show, who've been part of the live stream, or if you're here on the replay, I love you just as much. So thank you, everyone. And a huge, massive, king-size thank you to these folks. StudioLiveToday.com/DistroKid. That'll tell you all about what you can do to get involved. And yeah, you can save yourself 7% off your first year on any DistroKid plan. Many of you already use them. If your renewal's coming up, I don't know, it's one of those subscriptions that I don't mind when the renewal comes up, because it's only once a year and I get value out of it. And you can get value out of it too. If you're an independent artist, a musician, a creator, get your music out there to the world. Use DistroKid. Sign up right now using my link up there. No, thank you. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you to everyone for being here. Great job, Elzada Nevada being our penultimate tune. And all that we got left to do is jump over to slaps.com from our friends at DistroKid and queue up our final song. This one comes to us from someone who we've been playing for a long time. They used to be known as Jay. They now are known as Splinter. And they say the following: Hey Pete, hope you and the Studio Live Today community are having a great stream today. We really are. We really did. My new track is my attempt to comment on faith and how difficult it is to keep my faith in trying times. As always, I wrote, recorded, and produced this track in Logic Pro 10. Hope y'all enjoy it. Well, it's Splinter, so I'm going to enjoy it, and I think you will too. Hey, folks, thanks so much for all your support. Thanks for all the get well wishes and all the fine folks who've been sending me your good vibes. They are definitely helping, and I'm very much on the mend. We're getting there. So thank you. And as we say at the end of each and every show around here, be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, keep creating, and I'll see you next time here on Your Music Live. This is Splinter.
Inside your matrimony, nothing could be worse than being lonely. Make the worst of my weakness. You promise hell if I do anything less than just to please you. Twist my words into a mess.